We are at Fotopod Booth Expo 2018 and looking at some of the cool things. That brought me over to the Fotopod Booth, fotopod.com. We're going to do a walk around here of all of their cool products because there's a lot of neat things here at this year's booth. You guys have seen some Instagram videos. Well, now we're going to go the whole thing, and I've got two here to kind of walk us through. To take us through, tell us what's new this year.
Hey John, good seeing you again every year, dude. Yeah, always good seeing you. Basically, we have a lot of things going on. A lot of questions are asked about our new products, what's new, what's coming up. So this expo actually demonstrates the technology and what's behind what we have. This version 4 is called the Nanopod, and we have a little setup here where people can see exactly the configurations for the Nanopod. We call it the world's smallest full DSLR booth, and it is really small. As you can see here, this unit here actually runs a touchscreen panel. There's a ring light here, and it's basically also using a flash photography. So yeah, so it's a constant lighting, continuous lighting with flash built in. We have a hole here that is covered, but you can actually remove that hole, and that will give you your ring light, your slow motion camera or your web camera as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's been hidden right now, but that's an option for you as well. We have an app that you can control the lighting with to change the body panel colors, so that's easy to do as well. This is a new panel, and this is we call it digital branding. So that way you can actually brand your corporate events or brand your logos or any kind of messaging using the system. It's an LED. It's basically LED signage, but it's meant for indoor and outdoor use. And it just sits in front of there like that.
So how difficult is that to program?
Basically, you do it on your desktop, you save the file on a removable flash drive, and you pop the flash drive down here on the side. The program will read the flash drive automatically and input it for you. And
nice.
Yeah, you can do animations, you can do different effects on that as well. And this signage is for indoor and outdoor use, and it fits with the whole Nanopod theme. And it goes up and down, so we have a remote here, and this will lower and raise the unit.
And that's, of course, what we're seeing over there on our diagram, the 3 different height levels.
Exactly. So you can have it low right here with the printer facing out, with the prints coming out, or have the printer on the back side with the Nano on top and the prints coming out from the back. Or just have it without the printer by itself.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And this is the case for it right here. So we have a case that is waterproof, and you can roll it around. This actually fits on the airplane as well, on the overhead bin.
Sure.
Yeah. And this is the case for the column here. And this is a soft case, so it's not going to wreck your car if you want to put it on the seat as well. And we have signage that we designed as well, so this is also tension fabric based, and this is good for corporate events or for branding.
And people can get something custom made for that for their different events?
Correct.
You can make that for them?
We can make it for them, yeah. And this is such an odd shape. Very difficult to actually produce, but we are able to create these really weird shapes and sizes for you.
So you can do a variety of different shapes?
Yes, you can.
Wow, very nice, very nice.
And these tube lights are pretty cool here. I'll show you more about that. They come in black and white. And what's cool about these is that we like to create at least a 3-point lighting setup in our booth system.
Yes.
So you have this front light that creates this nice frontal view, but then by having these tube stands, you can see how it looks like here. You can put these anywhere, and we like to put them on the side here. This is a shorter one. We have a longer one as well, and it just screws on. It's 3 pieces, and what's good about this is that you don't have a tripod at all. So people are not knocking it over. It's just a solid stand. And you have 2 of these on either side.
And that's rechargeable?
Yes, these are rechargeable. They last about 2 to 3 hours for the battery charge. It takes about maybe 20 seconds to change out the battery, and you're up and running again. There's also a power here, a power switch as well, and you can bring up the power, and this is the AC adapter if you want to do it like AC powered as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's both. This is cool. This is a diffuser, so you can actually change it from white to a warmer color as well. So that's really neat. And this is really important. Without that, it's going to be so bright, it's going to hurt people's eyes. You know how it is, right?
Yeah, we were seeing that over right there. Yeah, we can see one right way over there, and it's that white bright light right there.
So all our products have a diffuser on it, so it's nice and soft. It's not going to hurt people's eyes, but you still get that nice, warm
These are really bright LEDs you have.
They get really bright.
Yeah.
All right, John, so we're back here. I wanted to show more of the light stand because we have a white one, and it comes included with an iPad holder. So you can actually put an iPad there, and I can show you how it looks like. I'm holding a microphone, but you can see behind here. Yep. So it's like a clamp, and it holds that, and that becomes your iPad stand. it's also configured to hold a 1/4 inch thread. So that means you can actually add photography equipment like an umbrella as well. Yeah, so that way you have an umbrella, you can use it as an iPad, you can use it as a signage as well, so a lot of different things. And these are rubber mounts and the solid aluminum. Yeah.
Very nice.
Moving on here, we have our new hashtag printer. This is the old one. The old one has the hinges on top, so you have to open it like this way. The DMP comes out, and then you change your paper from here, and then you change the media from here. So you don't have to touch the printer at all. It's already locked in there. You just got to open it up.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's that. So this is an old model.
So now what improvements on a new one?
Well, people didn't like the hinge. They thought that was kind of weird looking. I agree. So we kind of moved it on the bottom side now. So as you open it up, I'll move this out of the way. It's actually now a magnet right here. So it just locks in like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so now it goes from the bottom now. So the hinge is on the bottom, you don't see it anymore. Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, cleaned it up a lot.
Yeah, and then we have this little tray here that pulls out, and this is the print tray where the prints come out. So it just comes out here and holds on to there.
It's there, yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't like it, you just bring it back. Like that. That's it. And then when you open this up, you'll see that we have panels here. These panels are interchangeable, so you can go to a printing place and print your own panels. You can see on the side here, John. Yeah.
You got it. Right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right here. Yeah. So by default, they're just blank, and you just go to a printing place, have them vinyl wrap it, whatever logo, and you slide it right in. So they're just like panels that slide right in.
Yeah, very neat look.
Yeah. So that gives you any kind of branding you want on the side, or personalized colors. I mean, the LEDs, so you could change any colors you want. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's a printing tray. Same column. So this column actually raises and lowers, so you can actually have that printer on top of the same nanopod column and raise the printer higher now.
And the nanopod just basically kind of clamps in, bolts in.
Correct. So you can actually have the nanopod on top of the printer, if you want to, or just not have the nanopod at all and just have the printer.
Just using thumb screws, it looks like, to hold it on.
That's it. Thumb screws here. We have one that is a wired remote and a wireless remote. So we have both. So in case you lose this, then you have one that's built in already.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's the nanopod.
Yeah.
Moving on, we have the mini, which people love still. 21.5 inch monitor. This is meant for outdoor use. Really, really bright monitor. So we decided that, hey, since you have this crazy technology, this really expensive monitor, let's add something to it. So we added basically our photo mirror. So this is a photo mirror setup, and all it is you remove the front cover, and then you add your photo mirror cover to it, and that gives you basically a photo mirror booth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice look.
Yeah, and here's a demo using that same concept on our larger version 2 original. Right now it's just playing a graphic, but you can see it's really bright.
Yeah.
It really pops, right? And this is how the panel comes out. So it just comes out like this. You pop it out, and then you just pop in the mirror cover. It's a capacitive touchscreen, so there we have a wire that's USB powered that just plugs into the back where the mini PC is, and you're up and running.
Very nice.
And it's tempered glass, so it's not made out of acrylic, or it's actual tempered glass, so it's nice and clean and crisp. And the mirror weighs about 10 pounds, so it's not that heavy to move around. Yeah, we have a road case for it as well.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can put in a road case separate from the actual unit if you want to.
Now I'm looking at the two mirror. Can those be adjusted also, like we were looking at the now?
Yeah. So what's good about all our systems that we want to make sure that we're height adjustable.
Yes.
And we want to make sure, like, we don't want to make sure the camera is tilted at all. We want to keep the camera horizontal and actually move the whole unit. So I'll stand over here, and if you press the button, it goes up and down. So that way you can definitely adjust the height. Same with this one. This one's on. Yeah.
All the way down, in case a person wants to do angle shots.
All the way down, yes, yeah. No, we do a lot of events where a lot of guests are handicapped in wheelchairs. It needs to go all the way down, or Santa Claus is sitting down, and
get it down there.
yeah, and he wants to stand up and stretch a little bit. You can bring it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, these units, if you use the mirror, you need some kind of lighting, because notice here the ring light is on.
Yep.
if you use the mirror there, you're going to see that you're going to break that illusion of being a mirror. So these flash box is basically ran using a magnet on the bottom.
Okay.
And we have magnets attached to the top of the unit. So by using that, you don't have to use screws. It just connects in and it locks in, and now you have strobe lighting. And we're not using big umbrellas. This is good. If you want to use an umbrella, you can definitely use that kind of system.
Sure.
And just rotate the flash box the other way and use an umbrella.
It'll bounce off.
Yeah, it'll bounce off. So you can use both ways. We have a diffuser on it, so it helps a lot. So it depends how much room we have. We do a lot of parties on yachts. You can't, you don't have enough room for the umbrella. Then just use the strobe light flash box by itself.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and this comes off, so you don't have to use it if you don't want to, or you have some other kind of lighting, softbox lighting on either side. Then just remove it. But that flash box is an add-on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it for that. Any questions about this? Or?
Looks good.
Yeah, great.
Great stuff.
Yeah. So that's the faceplate. We have it in white and black, and remove that, and that's how the mirror goes on. This is just pricing here. But we do have pricing for the mirror finally, so it's all on here. You can check out our web page on that. Yep.
Out at Fotopod.com, they can check that out.
Yeah. Then moving on.
Tell us about what you're doing here. This has been getting a lot of attention.
This is something that we brought 2 years ago. We liked it, but we brought it back because we made some new changes. So this van over here on the right is a version 1 van. This one number over here is a version 2 van. Hey John, so this is the version 1 van we have here, and this is what we released 2 years ago at the Expo.
Yep.
We went back, made some changes, and this is our version 2 van over here. So if you want, let's look at version 1 and see what we got here.
Yep.
But this was the old Fotopod, smaller screen, people loved it, but we were getting a lot of vibration issues with the monitors, so we had to go back and kind of create a dampening system to house all these monitors. And you can come in and take a look. Well, just watch your step here. Yep. So you have monitors all around. We have a little wet bar, karaoke machine. The actual photo booth is running on the front, but then the pictures get beamed to the back too, so they can see it from the back side as well and interact with it and email and stuff as well. So it's a very integrated system, running Wi-Fi, 4G as well, LTE as well. Yeah.
So you now, this is version 1. What did you guys step it up in version 2?
Well, this is actually the person I talked to about that, but he's talking to
busy,
he's busy, yeah. But version 2, we just got a better sound system, just cranked it up 10 notches, yeah. So a better sound system here, a bigger screen, so that way we have more lighting now. So it really helps to have more lighting.
Yeah.
And this is the constant lighting still. We don't use that flash for this because it hurts people's eyes in a van. So it's all constant lighting. So we're still using our tube lights right here. So we replaced that, put a tube light in there. That's for extra lighting. Go over here. Bigger monitor so they can see themselves. And then the screens are all 4K now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely see a step up in the screen.
Oh, thanks, John. Yeah.
Nice.
Also, just the air conditioning system is more cranked up because it gets hot. It gets hot. With all these people doing stuff and the monitors on, it gets hot. Yeah.
So what is that? I've been looking at this the last couple of days, and is that? Tell me about that. I see a projector.
It is. It's a little projection trick, but think of it like a stencil. So rather than having a square, normal-looking screen, the actual video itself has a blacked out.
Ah.
Yeah. So since it's blacked out, we actually made a vinyl of a circle cut out in that kind of shape. So if you look closely, you can see it's not lining up here at all a little bit. But this is actually a vinyl that we wrapped.
Sure.
Yeah, white vinyl wrap.
Yep.
Yeah. But the vinyl's matte, so it doesn't reflect that much. But that absorbs some light, and that creates almost like a monitor.
Yeah.
A curved monitor almost. Yeah.
I'm thinking that would be awesome for my camper, out of the camper.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Side of the camper.
That would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, so that creates some attention. There's some things we couldn't bring, like our inflatable system, because we have a lot of stuff to show.
Yep.
So let's just show a movie of it, so they can get the gist of it, right?
See it.
Yeah. And that's just running a simple projector right here, right off of here. Yeah.
Simple little projector right there.
Right there. Yeah, showing all this stuff here. So that's our machine. We have a flower wall as well. That's really popular, and that's lit up by LEDs on the bottom. That's a flower wall backdrop. Yeah, and we use a lot of the same products like the ring lights. Yeah.
And all those things are out on the website.
Yeah. So you hear it cranking, right? It's pretty loud, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So we got a couple of backdrops. Let's take a look at these.
Yes, this is a Nautilus system. We released it last year at the Expo, and we made some modifications, and I think people are going to love it this time. But we actually curved the corners now, so everything is like curved and nice and smooth. The old one wasn't rounded, and having it curved made the structure more stronger. Actually,
Really?
yeah,
Huh.
yep. Because when you have a corner, it can actually bend a lot in that corner.
Sure.
When it's round like this, it's almost like an eggshell. It's solid. And this backdrop, I can show you here. It's a 2-layer zipper with a basically aluminum bar in between. It actually has a pin that you connect with, and we have bungee in between there. So when you disconnect it, the poles are kind of all together. You kind of just snake it together,
Yeah.
rather than trying to put all these pieces together. And it's basically fabric that's 2-layer, and we create this basically a C shape, right?
Yeah.
So think of it as 2 shapes can create an enclosure, and that's what we're doing here. So you can actually have it as an open booth, or have 2 of these and have it as an enclosed booth. In this sample, we have a green screen with a nanopod there, and these lights you can put here on the side with this special mount that we have. And for example, if you do green screen, you want to have some rim lighting.
Yes, you got to have that.
You want to punch them out of the green screen.
Yes.
So yeah, so if I stand here and have this kind of rotated there, you're going to get a little bit of light here. This is great for green screen. Yeah. So, and it's all compact. It sits right here, still using the same tube lights. And since it's a green screen, it's tension based. There's no wrinkles. Yes. What's good about our backdrops is it's double-sided. So you can actually have one color, one graphic, whatever you want on one side, and something on the other side as well. What we have here is a green screen and a black, which is very popular. Black and white is always very popular. So you can have one screen, black and white. This one here, we have a pattern, and you can customize it, give us the logo, and we'll put it on for free. So that's all included with the package.
Very nice.
Yeah, yeah. And it goes into one little bag that's about the size of, this big. One small bag, yeah.
Very nice. So that's the pipes and the poles and everything.
Everything goes in that one bag, and the whole thing weighs about only like 10 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah,
Fabulous.
yeah. But it's still solid because the way we designed it, it's self-standing, right? So it stands on itself, so it's not going anywhere. You don't need sandbags. Maybe outside it might be a little windy.
Yep.
But inside you're good. Yeah.
Good to go.
Yeah, good to go. Yeah.
So you get a lot of really cool things here at this year's show. If people want to find out more information and check out what we've seen here and other products, where can they go to check everything out?
So that's www.fotopod.com.
That sounds great too. We are at the Photo Booth Expo 2018.